So, engaging youth in general, this is, you see, even like not only the stories from the West only, Padmavati, much talked about. Stories on Ambapali, the Lichvi Republic, Chanakya story, that how Mauryan Empire was established, that how Chanakya was pained to have his academy in Takshashila in Kandahar, and Greeks were coming and attacking. Their small states were there, and they had this ritual, rather the final, that okay, they have won this territory, that in the evening the Greek king, whoever, he will come and finally he will challenge. Is there anyone to challenge? So naturally nobody will come, and then he will say, oh, I am the king of this place. And from Kandahar to Patliputra, he goes, that was the time of Dhananand, son of Mahapadmanand. And there he asked that you have an army of 25,000 elephants, so you can only challenge these Greeks, which Dhananand refused to do. He says, no, it is good. After, across Yamuna, whatever happens is good. All the kingship, all the kings are becoming weak. He says, no, then they will come to you. So, and then finally he was kicked out from his court, from his palace, and then he finally picks up two boys. One was Chandragupta Maurya and another was Kanku. And Chandragupta Maurya his father was killed by Dhananand. He was son of a small king called Mor. Mor is a place still there near Garoni. And from there took both these and took to Kandahar. He basically given him all kinds of knowledge. And finally, that was the time how to do advertisement. So once the king came, the Greek came, he devastated the small territory. Then in the evening when he challenged, so the instruction to the Chandragupta was, you will just jump, and before he is ready, you just kill him. So he was killed. And finally they fled from there. Kanku helped him to go away from there. And Chanakya remained there, and he said he was Chandragupta Maurya. So everybody, small states gravitated, and he came there and finally captured Patliputra, and the Mauryan dynasty was established. The moment Mauryan dynasty was established, half of the army was shifted to Kandahar, because, and along with the Kanku, that he knew that the Greeks will come, and the Seleucus Nicator came. Seleucus Nicator came, he was engaged, defeated, kept like a king, and Chandragupta and everybody, those times it used to take 3-4 months, he goes there, and finally there was a agreement that Chandragupta married the daughter of Seleucus, and Seleucus in return said that I will place my man in your court, and that was Megasthenes, who wrote the first book, Indica and India, and so on and so forth. What I mean that the stories in India, and so hundreds of good things are there in South India, about so many places throughout India. Similarly, even the Chinese also, Lao Tse and Confucius and so on and so forth. What I mean that all these stories are to be linked, that the way what we are today has not come free, like so when you are born and everything is there. There is a legacy, and with great amount of effort and sacrifices it has come. So the role of our publishers. So now coming to for better social orderliness, the idea which came to me and which I just happened to have read Diamond comic books. So I talked to them, they came, was in the initial stage. I don't know how this information leaked to Times of India. So I mentioned that we are in a very initial stage, that presently we have our social media. So we want small cartoons, maybe in the form of a cartoon or maybe in the form of a comic. 4 or 5 plates it can come, such that I can post it. And it works as a good, informative, and generates knowledge on road safety. Like from today, we are starting a very zero tolerance drive against drunken driving. So, similarly, the drunken driving is there, lane driving is there, helmet, and so on and so forth, so that it attracts the mind of the child as well as it is educative for everyone. Rhetoric also has great relevance and importance to hammer on our minds. We see every time, then we get to you inculcate, and natural reflex helps us in maintaining discipline and in maintaining orderliness. So that was the step. We started dialogue and talk with one of the publishers. Now the many publishers are here. What we can work upon? We can work upon in the form of maybe some audio visual, maybe some kind of audio, maybe some comics, maybe some cartoon, and right from traffic, it can be to women's safety and security in a big way. Similarly on senior citizens safety, similarly on child safety, similarly on maybe on another, maybe even anti-burglary, whatever crime affects us at large. So that can be addressed through this on such aspects in which the awareness helps in improving the situation. So for this, I appeal and request that the last time also in the traffic thing, I requested that under the aegis of FICCI, a small group can be there, can work upon, and initially maybe under some CSR initiative, and later on it will be a government initiative, because you know that if I make a proposal and move in the government, it will take time because so many people will understand. But if there is a small CSR initiative by people pulling in, maybe for initially for Delhi, and because everything will be generic in nature, so it will not only benefit Delhi, it will benefit pan India or maybe across India, a few things. So and then after that we can. I am in a full mood to make it a government initiative as well. So we can do this, and in totality, it will help us in making our community and our society a much better place to live. So two things. When I say this, then on two things. One is what the generic knowledge, which creates a different kind of personality orientation to among our youth, and another is which pertains to social orderliness. So on these two aspects, we can work, and we can have an initiative, and it will go in a long way. So, so many things is to can be done, and with a very small investment in this. So, friends, that's what I have to. I thought I think I have spoken more than required time. So, thank you very much for listening so patiently, and please, and I say again please, give little attention to it such that it gets proven as a model project. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pathak, for that endorsing address and also highlighting the opportunities and the possible engagement with publishers. I'm sure around these edges we can take it forward and we'll have a discussion within our committee. I'm sure there will be ways in which we can take it forward. And on another note, which you mentioned about the traffic thing, which you again asked us to deal it. Just wanted to assure that we have initiated work on that front, and very soon we'll be coming to you on that front as well. So both these things we will be getting back to you. Thank you so much, sir. And going forward, may I request Chairman National Book Trust India, Shri to deliver this.